Good morning, everyone. I hope everything's going good. Hey, Corey, good morning. Good morning. Brenda. I hope everything's going good. We'll see who joins us this morning.
Okay, you may want to hear some stories about Ryan's dog.
Oh, that's right. Link. Thank you, Brenda.
I do not like being on end. So. And I could say.
What would I do without you, Brenda? Comes Justin.
What up, Paul?
Hey, how you doing, Justin?
All right. Just got home.
Just got home, huh?
Yeah, about 20 minutes ago.
So what time do you have to get up in the morning?
3:50.
Holy cow.
And I'm at the bus by about 4:20.
I get up at about 3:50, but it's only for taking a tinkle break, you know?
Yeah, I only got about 14 more days or something, or 11 days, something like that. Then I'm out for the summer.
They're out mowing the lawn in the schoolyard, and they're right behind my fence. And Boone's going crazy, chasing them up and down the fence.
That's what he was doing last time they were out there mowing.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like the mower because I took my mower out. I got to mow today, but I took my mower out, and he was in the backyard. I figured, well, I just get the backyard mowed with my zero turn, and I get on it and I pulled out there, and he was jumping on it, trying to get underneath it. And everything just doesn't. He doesn't like noise.
And I guess he must just not like how loud it is or something.
Yeah, so what I had to do is I had to shut it down, get him into the house, shut the door, and then go finish mowing.
Did you hear Trump's talking about reopening Alcatraz?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that's really a good idea though, only because it's kind of a historical site now.
Well, that and the fact that you know how much money it cost us to man Alcatraz in today's dollars versus down in Nicaragua or wherever it is that they're putting all these prisoners in a really state of the art jail. I don't know what we're paying for it, but
Yeah, but it's like that right now. Alcatraz is making on average, I think, like $200,000 a day. So it
yeah,
equals to
it's
about 70 million a year.
tourism. Yeah,
And it's just kind of historical. So it's like, I don't know if I'd really want to tear that up, you know. If anything, I'd rather try to restore the buildings back to the way they originally were, just to kind of prolong its life as a historical
right.
site. That I could see investing some money into. But yeah, I don't know. That's just because they're estimating it'd be a couple $1 billion to rebuild it if they had to tear it all down and rebuild it. I just don't know if it's really worth it.
Well, I
Plus,
don't know if they're gonna tear it down or just use it as it is and just do updates, but who knows?
well, the problem with that island to begin with was it was surrounded by ocean, and everything would rust out
Yep.
and just deteriorate from all the salt and everything. So it's like, yeah,
Yeah, that's a questionable, but hey, you know, whatever works.
I mean, I think if I'm not mistaken, that's the main reason they shut it down was because everything was just deteriorating and they didn't want to spend the money to fix it.
Well,
It
that
would have
plus
been
they
too
had a
much.
couple of inmates try to escape. I remember, like over a 2 year period, a couple of inmates, and they got eaten by sharks out in the ocean.
Well, there was 13 escape attempts, but the only one that they thought might have got away, but they never proved it, was that Frank Morris guy
Yep.
and the two brothers that escaped with him. They're the only ones that they never found their bodies. They were the ones that Clint Eastwood make
Right.
the Alcatraz movie after.
Yep.
Because apparently Frank Morris was like super intelligent, like had a really high IQ and everything, which is kind of funny being that he was in jail. So it's like, how smart could he have really been? But whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Even the smart people do dumb things.
yeah. Because they said he was very intelligent. Like I guess he had a really high IQ. But yeah, I
Boone's
don't.
out there going crazy with the lawnmower.
Yeah, and they were saying that that's like the biggest concentration of great white sharks in the U.S. is actually in the San Francisco Bay. Which I didn't know that either.
Well,
Like it's one of the biggest concentration of great whites in the world.
hey, did you see on YouTube a picture of a guy inside a great white shark trying to get out, and it was just he was all the way body in and everything. It was just his head trying to get out.
No, who knows if that's even real? It might have been AI. Didn't see it. No, I haven't seen it. That's like what Donald was talking about the other day, though. Like it's so hard to tell what's real and not
Yes,
anymore,
yeah, because
and,
AI has gotten so good.
and it's getting better and better every 4 or 5 months. Because right now it's like doubling. They said every 4 months on average. Right now, let's see.
This year.
I didn't know David attended Alcatraz. LOL. Robert Franklin Stroud, known as Birdman of Alcatraz. I didn't know that either. That's interesting. Yeah, I think and honestly, I'm surprised that's not on the national historical registry where you can't touch it. Because I'm pretty sure when things get labeled by them, you're not even allowed to do anything with it at that point. But Gavin Newsom was on the news talking about, oh, we're not going to reopen it. Bitch, you don't even own the island. It's owned by the federal government. You have no say over that island. The state of California has no say over what they do with that island. It's still technically, if I'm not mistaken, it's owned by the Department of Prisons still, the federal government. Like I said, I don't know if it's on the historical, that National Registry list or whatever, but if it's not, I'm surprised it isn't. That prison had a lot of famous prisoners, though. I think Al Capone was out there, quite a bit of mob bosses. That's managed by the National Park Services. That makes sense, though. Like I said, let me look it up and see, because I don't know if it's on the National Historical thing.
Under President Biden in fiscal year 22, 23, 24. Steady about the same, about $12 billion. So they're saying they need a lot more money. But on the technology, does it exist today or does it need to be built?
Is on the National Register of Historic Places and is designated as a National Historic Landmark. It was achieved in 1976 and 1986, recognizing its significance in American history. But yeah, I don't know if you're even allowed to do anything with that. I guess in a natural, in like a time of like national emergency, maybe, but
I'm just amazed. I just went over here and tried to look up shark attacks. Every one of them is protected so that you've got to go sign up for it. I mean, it's just gotten so wacky that everybody wants to get their dime, you know? There is no such thing as free information anymore. One way or another, you're going to pay for it.
And so right now, it's my opinion, even though it's the safest airport to be flying.
okay, so I guess it can. I guess you can't. Yeah, I guess it doesn't actually save it.
Corey says he didn't know David attended Alcatraz. LOL. Robert Franklin Stroud, known as Birdman of Alcatraz.
What is? Oh, the problem is you're using a kind of a web browser. It doesn't have a lot of stuff made in it. If you
Yeah.
use Google, it uses AI. It gives you all the information for free.
Oh, does
But
it?
at the top, yeah. So like, let me show you. So like, if you
Oh, Mark.
Hi, Paul. Justin.
uh, so like if you put into what the hell is that? Yeah, so if you put something like this in, like say who's President Trump, right?
Uh-huh.
It'll give you, or you could be like National Registry. But it'll give you all the information. And if it's a question you're asking, Usually it will type it, it will fill it out up here. It'll actually read it out to you.
So you're doing that in Google.
Yeah.
Computers have gotten so complicated. You never have to, you used to have to do that. You just go up into the search bar and put in whatever you wanted to see and it showed you, and it just doesn't automatically do that anymore.
You've got a message for this game.
Yeah, so like most of the time you'll get this right here. It's called AI overview. What is the National Security Council? And it will like it will show you and give you all the key, a bunch of free information on it and different links you can click on to get more information. Now a lot of people use Chat GPT. Like Corey said, yeah, a lot of people are using that now. You can ask that and it will search the web. I mean, it doesn't always mean it's correct, though. There are some cases where it has not known the answer and spit out false information.
Yeah.
But it's getting better, more and more accurate every day. So, because that's the thing is AI is probably one of the biggest liars ever. Because if it doesn't know the answer, a lot of times it won't tell you it doesn't know it. It will just make shit up to give you an answer. It will actually lie to you.
That's crazy.
Because it doesn't want to not give you something, so sometimes it will just make shit up and tell you. So like I said, it's getting better and better every day. So it says even mention about Trump. Let's see.
Oh, here comes Donald. Good morning, Donald.
Morning,
Good
Donald.
morning.
Donald.
AI does not lie to you per se. AI is just a predictive language model. And so it's not actually saying, it's not actually making things up any more than it makes things up when it gives you the correct answer. It's just trained on a bunch of data and it just says, okay, this is this word. What would come after that word? And in context with what your question is,
Well,
with
I'm
the
not
words in your
saying
question.
it's generally lying to you, but a lot of times instead of it saying I don't know the answer, it
Well,
will
that's
just
because
come
it
up with
doesn't
something
know that it
random.
doesn't know. That's because it doesn't know that it doesn't know the answer. It is just feeding out, based on the internal algorithms, an answer. And that's its
Well,
job, is to feed back an answer. Uh,
but at the end of the day, it's not truthful, though. That's what I'm saying.
it's not accurate.
It's just the way
It may feed
it's-
you information that is inaccurate, but that is different than saying that it's feeding you, that it's lying to you. Lying denotes intent, which it does not have. It is basically just a number cruncher in the background.
Here comes TJ.
Was that?
And that's the thing, it does not know the difference between a accurate answer and an inaccurate answer. It doesn't know that it's not correct. It's just feeding you based on the algorithm an answer.
like I
People,
said, I'm not saying it's lying like a person, but that was the way I was best describing it to Paul.
yeah.
When
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
explaining it to him, is that if it doesn't know, it's going to give you something, but it might not be correct.
Yes, that is it. It's going to feed you an answer, and that answer may not always be correct. And it's probably easier to say lie. So double check. So
But like I said, it's getting more
I
accurate
apologize.
every
I
day.
was pedantic. I woke up in a pedantic mood.
So it gives you an answer, but it doesn't necessarily say this is the honest to God truth.
No, because it doesn't know.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all it is using is big, huge data sets that it's been fed. And if it's incorrect, it doesn't know that the data is incorrect. Or if it makes a connection that wasn't really a connection, it doesn't know
Yeah,
that
because
that connection wasn't supposed
I
to be made.
Googled my own name and Paul Murray in Port Huron, and it came up with a fantastically individual that knows everything about anything.
Yeah. That-
I have not put my name in a search engine since like the early days of search engines. At the time, there was a guy, there was a Donald.dos or dondos.com, and it belonged to a preacher. Let's see here, Donald
All right.
Doss.
DJ puts his own name in, and
See-
it comes up with stars.
I type in Donald Doss, and the very first entry,
That's funny.
it shouldn't do this, but I type in Donald Doss, and the very first entry is Desmond Doss,
Desmond
that the soldier that they based. What is the movie where he was a pacifist and he went to war as a medic, but he wouldn't carry a gun.
I like how ChatGPT gives you its sources though for its answers.
Oh, let's see here. Images. I don't show up in the images. Nope. I can look at all images, see how far down I am.
Here
Yep.
comes Lance.
I do not
Lance,
show up in Google Images,
Lance has joined the dance.
but my Facebook profile is the very first entry after Desmond Doss.
Put your
Wikipedia.
name in fastbackgroundcheck.com and you'll find a lot about yourself. Corey says.
So it's 6:20 in the morning over there, right, Lance?
Correct.
Early bird this morning.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
he's gonna go fly, I think.
I just got done flying. I'm now pulling out of my secret spot number 1, headed to work.
Heading for work. Okay.
Headed
Oh,
to
no
Canada.
worries.
Your camera's all blurry.
It's
Kind of fuzzy like.
How's that?
Yeah, there you go. That's a little better.
Yeah, you gotta wipe the snot off the camera.
Yeah. Put some Windex on there.
Johnny wants to know where Joe is. I have no idea.
Half the time, I don't think Johnny knows where he is, because Joe and he are like buds, but half the time Joe doesn't know
Background check.
where Johnny is, and Johnny doesn't know where Joe is.
Do you sometimes think they're the same person?
They're an AI version of each other.
Yeah. Because you very rarely see them together.
JD, what up? That's pretty funny, JD. That's pretty good. Reach China. That's funny. That's pretty good.
So Donald, you're just working today, right?
Yep, every day.
DJ's got the day off, I think.
Yeah, today and tomorrow.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
pissed
no.
off.
He doesn't know what to do with himself.
I might go flying today, and then the guys are going flying tomorrow morning at Boynton Beach Inlet, so I'll probably go hang out with them.
I went to the dentist a while back, and I went to a new dentist, and he didn't like the look of a filling on my front tooth, and so he scheduled me in a couple weeks ago. Actually, about 3 weeks ago now, scheduled me in because he wanted to fix that filling because he didn't like the looks of it. And by the weekend, I woke up Sunday. I had it fixed on Wednesday. Sunday morning, I woke up and it was gone. And so they scheduled me in last Thursday to fix it
the
again,
fix. Yeah.
and replace it again. And last night, I'm just eating a Triscuit, a cracker, and the damn thing popped off again. Now I have the feeling that he didn't like the look of. I had that feeling for years, and it was everything was fine, but he didn't like the look of it, so he had to mess with it.
So what you're saying is you're changing dentists?
Well, this is the new dentist. My old dentist,
Retired?
yeah, and the entire family's with this dentist, and they work with my insurance. But I'm kind of pissed because he said if this one last week whenever he fixed this one again, he said, yeah, if this breaks, we might think about putting a veneer on there. So it's either going to be a veneer or
either a veneer or an implant.
Or a cap. No, they won't do an implant unless the root is bad, and it's still a healthy tooth or healthy-ish tooth. So it'll be a veneer, or they'll grind it down and put a cap on it.
Very rarely do implants for single teeth.
But I am so pissed. It's like if he would have left it alone.
Well, you gotta learn the phrase, Donald. If you think that they're just hustling you, I'll get back with you. That's what you say. I'd like. I don't like the look of that.
I trust doctors.
I'll get back with you.
I trust doctors.
Well, I mean, you kind of have to at some point, at a certain point.
Yeah, it's a good thing Joe's not here because I didn't want to have to say this, but at some point in time I'm going to mow the lawn, but I also got to go out and buy more peanuts. So
I gotta go buy more peanuts. Is it long out there?
What's that?
Is the grass growing pretty long out there?
Yeah, it's getting up pretty good.
No. Is it like a jungle out there?
Not yet, but it's getting close.
No. Yeah, I think I might take my beach chair out and just set it up by the pond out there because it's literally like the water's so low you could put a beach chair out there and just sit.
Throw a line in the water.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know if you could do that though. I haven't seen anybody do that, so I don't know if it's allowed.
I would say that is one thing I like about working at my old company again. They have good insurance. Just a crappy dentist. TJ, you're frozen.
Everybody just froze for a moment there. Like, what the heck?
No, you froze. We were fine.
Oh yeah, I just got a little thing that my internet was unstable.
I got my
That's
screen
kinda
protector
weird.
on my iPad. And I got one of those textured screen protectors that make the pencil feel more like it's writing on paper.
You
But
like
it
it
makes
or?
my finger feel funny when
Makes your
because
finger feel
I'm used to a slick glass feel, and this is a textured feel.
textured.
Can you see Boone? The
Does
lawnmower's coming by.
does it feel nice though when you're writing on it? Like, does it actually feel
Oh
like
yeah,
paper?
it's interesting to use writing with, but
Is it riding by itself?
No,
No,
it's a zero turn. He just can't stand it. He just goes crazy.
No, but I'm saying, does the lawnmower like go by itself?
No, it's a zero
no,
turn.
someone's driving it.
Just sit on it
Uh,
and drive it.
you can
Sit
get a
on it,
robotic.
Potsy.
They got some really nice robotic lawnmowers now you can buy. Honestly, they're not that much cheaper than or not that much more expensive than a regular lawnmower. I don't know. I've
Hey,
seen a couple of videos on them and they weren't bad.
I wouldn't want the ones that do everything like a Roomba that does it for you, but it would be kind of cool to have just a
Okay,
RC one with
watch
like a
for him. Here he
FPV
comes.
camera.
oh yeah.
There
One of
goes
the
Zoom.
I think it was the one Linus
Fine.
Tech did a video on. That one it was either it would do it itself or it had a controller you could do.
There he
And I
goes
think it
by.
had
See,
both of it.
look at Boone up and down the fence.
Oh yeah. So do you oh there's Boone outside.
He's my Boone
But
dog.
do you have somebody come and mow your
No,
grass for you?
that's the school district has it hired.
Oh. To, oh, that's funny.
That's the one that comes and does the school fields
Yeah.
when Paul hasn't done it for a while.
There goes Boone again.
Pew.
He's like a dart, you know. Look at him
Pew.
up
Yeah.
and down the fence row.
That's funny. uh,
I think Precious is showing signs of getting old now.
What's that? You got to get him glasses, reading glasses, or what?
No, she's just getting very slow.
Well, the sad part of it is our pets seem to teach us about life and death in most cases, unless they get in an accident. But in most cases, they come and they go just like we do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing worse than having a pet go bye-bye, you know?
Yeah, I know at 13 she's bound to be getting close. She's not eating her dog food all that much now.
No.
It didn't stop her from sharing my pork pie with me last night and eating half a tray of ham this morning. But the dog food she's not interested in yet. She's not even eating her treats at the moment. And she looks like she's losing a bit of weight. We're just giving her some flea treatment. And I'm wondering whether she needs a worming tablet or not.
Is that what you deworm her with tablets?
Yeah. But she's quiet. She's not barking as much. She spends a lot of time lying down.
Boone's
Not-
back in the
Not
house.
not that she didn't
Go
send
lay
a lot
down.
of time
I see your tongue's hanging out. Go lay down. Go
lying down before.
lay down. Lay down.
But at least she showed interest in eating the ham. She's more than she does with her own food at the moment.
I guess the first vote for Pope is today, right?
I don't know. It's supposed to be 9 days after the funeral. I'm not sure when the funeral was. Probably putting flea treatment on her is I can't fuss her now for about 12 hours while it gets itself in her system.
Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta add that to my Amazon cart. Before I forget.
I have no outbound traffic above the call dock. Be advised, there is a check down in effect for the. Thank you.
Has changed a bit on this.
Grit.
Oh,
I
there
got
you
it.
go. You got what? You getting your cereal or what?
No, it's grit. So
Grits.
some buttered grits.
Eat
What's a
some grits.
what's a grit?
A grit. I don't know. Like I think grit stands for
Porridge.
guys raised in the South, I guess is what the acronym is.
A grit is the inside of a kernel of corn.
Yeah, it's
Oh
porridge,
yeah, that too.
porridge made
It-
with corn instead of oats.
It's kind of like
Porridge.
how like Maltomil, but instead of the malt, it's using.
A four-legged lawn dart.
Well, that
Corey,
way it
you
doesn't
still
have
in the
to stick
chat?
in the ground, right?
I wonder if Corey's still here. I had a question for her. Meant to ask him last night and I forgot.
Okay, so it continues, and while you reflect on that and give us your analysis of the scroll through the Attorney General's lawsuits against President Trump. Here, yes, we talked about the just irony of the song.
Prentice the dentist. What that is.
Who's Crentis the dentist?
No.
Um,
Oh, from The Office, it looks like.
Oh,
The US Office, which I never watched.
is that the British one or like the?
Nope, this is the American Office.
Uh,
I never watched the American Office. I watched like the first, I think not even the full first season. Let's say earlier today I was thinking about X-Men.
oh, that's cool. I like that.
And you know how they all go to Xavier School for the Gifted?
Oh yeah.
There have to be some mutants that have really shitty mutant powers, and they should go to like Xavier School for the Special.
Oh yeah.
And I was thinking, like, if you had someone who could teleport like Nightcrawler, but they can only teleport like half an inch at a time, so they just shift
damn
a
cat's
half inch
lot.
over and leave like a faint whiff of sulfur and diarrhea.
Yeah, I remember watching the what was it? I think it was like one of the newer ones. And there was that one black kid who had like the superpower of his, well, it wasn't a superpower, but he stuck his face in the fish tank and he had gills on his neck or whatever. I was like, oh, that's a really cool superpower.
Well, that is a pretty good superpower.
But like, how does it help you fight crime or whatever?
No,
I like the guy
nothing.
that went out. He went outside and he had those big the rings of fire or whatever going around him. I thought that was pretty cool.
I guess having gills would be different. But when they breathe through gills. They normally can't breathe air.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what makes him gifted is that he would have both options.
You'd have to, yeah.
And then there was the girl that had the wings on her back that she could fly or whatever. It looked like tattoos on her back, but then like they came out into like wings and she was flying around.
I think there was her and her brother, wasn't there?
Well,
okay, TJ, if you could have a superpower that, what is it? What superpower would you like to have that would be like grounded, like something that would be really the smallest superpower you could possibly think of, but you could still call it a superpower?
Intelligence.
Okay, no, that's too big of a big superpower. We're talking about a small super. If I could have any superpower in the world, if I could have just any micro superpower, it would be that I would get extra gravy at any restaurant without even asking. They would just bring me a little cup of gravy set next to my plate.
I think mine would want to be,
and no one else would get the extra gravy. It would just be me. I would get just a little extra thing of gravy.
I think mine would just be like, just think of just somebody, or just thinking about a drone and then it just like arrives at my door.
How about this for a micro superpower? You just concentrate and all of your hair on your face would just fall off. You wouldn't have to shave.
I know. There you go.
And you would save like a half hour.
Yeah.
You just go.
Well, yeah, and then be like, oh, I don't have to worry about shaving. This is awesome.
Good morning, Johnny.
Hey, what's up?
Johnny! What's
What
happening?
happened? What happened to your buddy Joe?
I don't know. I haven't talked to Joe. Where is he?
I don't know. He disappeared.
Oh, I don't know. He might be still sleeping.
Could be.
He
I
could
don't
be
know.
holding up to his promise yesterday, saying that he wasn't coming on the stream again if Paul went buying peanuts.
I don't know, Donald, because then what if you take your eyebrows and your hair off your head?
Oh,
Then
yeah,
you
that
look like
might
you have
be.
alopecia.
Yeah, that might be bad.
Oh, it's storming. I'm letting water out the pool.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah, we got about 4 inches of rain last night, so
He's
Oh,
pulling the
wow.
plug.
Pool's
I
filling
gotta
up.
let water out. Yeah, I know.
No.
Pull the plug out the bottom.
I need to hook my plumbing up this week so I can catch some of this spring rainwater
Man,
rather than pay for it.
you gotta stick my hand down in here. I hope there ain't no snake in here.
Oh, goodness.
It is a sunny traffic cliff.
That's right. Chuck it in your neighbor's yard.
The joy of owning a pool. Shit, rain.
It's
So
raining.
wet.
There is not a lot of joy in owning a pool.
Ugh.
No, it turns out to be a bigger pain in the ass. And
Yeah, you
Yeah, no
never
shit.
you never use it unless the in-laws come over and use it more than you do.
Well, but hey, this thing would be covered if it wasn't for Bailey giving swim lessons to my granddaughter. Because this is at my my duplex that we used to. Well, I mean, I still own it, but so it's like I got to come over here and do this crap, you know.
yeah, a pool's one of those things that sounds fun and exciting. And then you end up hating it.
Yeah, it's exciting, all right. When you're standing in a shed, freezing to death, letting water out the pool.
What's the temperature out there, Johnny?
Huh?
What's the temperature right now?
65, but it's like I'm soaking wet from pooling with this, so.
No.
JD, going back to the office real quick, the best one was when Jim was impersonating Dwight. That was probably my favorite clip from the whole show. Yeah, you got that added. Yeah, I'll just message Corey and ask him. He's not in the chat no more. Oh, Facebook.
I just never found any of the characters likable.
I don't know. Jim and Dwight going back and forth all the time was pretty funny in the show. That was probably my favorite parts of the show. Was them two going back and forth.
Sort of, but Dwight was just trying, especially, well, the first season that I watched, Dwight was just trying to do his job and Jim was being an asshole. But you're supposed to like Jim. I don't know. The British Office was a little more grounded, but a lot more uncomfortable.
Oh my God, there's a Tyrannosaurus Rex outside. Iguanodon is out there. Iguanodon. Hey, Amazon guy.
I was outside yesterday in one of their one of their big ass electric vans that are like the size of a UPS truck came by, and it was playing a nice little tune through the neighborhood like a friggin' ice cream truck.
Oh, the Amazon was.
Yeah, that's the guy. He said we have to play it when we're in the neighborhoods because the vans are too quiet.
That's funny.
Yeah, apparently they're too, as they are, man, as big as they are super quiet. And I guess they have this little, at least here where I'm at, they have this little tone that they play. Just a really light, like musical tone that plays while they're driving through the neighborhood. And once they
Well,
get
I
out
haven't-
on the main road, it shuts off.
Well, I haven't heard that through our on ours when they come through.
That might be something they're just implementing. He said it was something they just put on his van not too long ago. But they're so quiet that I guess they don't want anybody walking out in the street in the neighborhood and getting hit by one of them.
Oh, gotcha.
But it's not loud like an ice cream truck. It's like really light, just little tone, like musical tone you hear.
No.
But he said it will activate the minute he goes into a neighborhood, and then it like deactivates when he gets back onto a main road. So it's got some kind of system in it that it's using GPS to tell it when it's inside of a neighborhood or not.
Wow. Good, good.
Him and Dwight had the British office had the same relationship. Yeah, I've never gotten around to watching the British one.
What was the main guy in the UK version? What was his name?
The
he's on
actor?
yeah.
Martin Freeman.
Oh, that's right. He was on like a lot of wasn't he on like some cooking shows or maybe like some talent shows or something? Wasn't he on like some like kind of like a reality show or something like that?
Not that I know of. He was on Sherlock. He played
Oh, maybe he was
Bilbo
on
Baggins in The Hobbit.
Maybe one time he was on what was that show? Car karaoke or something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's probably what he was on one time.
I mean, he's a celebrity. I'm sure he was on.
Yeah, because I've seen him on other things besides the UK version of The Office.
Yeah, he was in The Hobbit as Bilbo.
Oh, huh.
Probably one of his bigger roles.
Well, what do you guys think? You want to keep going? I'm going to go catch a ship real quick.
Well, I'm about to jump off. So.
Yeah, not.
Okay, then we'll just shut her down and we'll see all you again later today.